Hello my friends, Bruce here. Wow, look at what we've got here. A Briggs & Stratton modern overhead valve pump made by Briggs & Stratton, for Briggs & Stratton, to Briggs & Stratton. And look at what I've got. This is my personal one. Now this one came with a bad pump and I replaced the pump a few years ago. It's been great. Touch wood. So I'm just giving this one a look over. I haven't even started looking at the pump yet. Looks like it's throwing a little bit of oil. But it came from the farm, so you know, they don't have a lot of places to rinse stuff. No issue. But I'm over here and head down. I took some air and I went through just to make sure that the okay, watch this little cup here if you can see it. See the cup on the end of the... Okay, so we're going to squirt air into here and there's no obstructions in the hose. See that? Well, that's good. So we can hang that up. Now here is the wand. I tried doing the same thing with the wand. Opens the valve, right? Nothing. So I take the end off of here, and you can hear that flow now. You can probably even blow this around. As I do. So this is plugged first off. We have to unplug it, and I'm just going to run it across the bench grinder and then poke a MIG wire down that hole. So a MIG wire was too fat. That was it right here. So I've got this 22 gauge poker, so I can now see a hole through there. But we got welding torch tip cleaners. We'll start with the smallest one or second one and work our way up. It's just like a carburetor, eh? Starting to get a little action going on there with this. Ouch! Oh, what's that? That's normal. And it's an oblong hole now. I'm going to do that again. The thickest one of the shortest bunch. I shortened 5 so I could kind of get an idea where I'm at. Good. I can even blow through there with my own lungs now. Okay, let's try that again. I put some fuel in here. The camera turned itself off, and I don't know why it does that. Wants to go. Okay, so now we got semi-liftoff. Let's do that one more time. Yeah, looking good. My lens is filthy. These are good cameras, man. This camera takes abuse. It's been dropped, kicked, thrown, fueled. Okay, let's see if she'll take off. but it goes around and around. So that's good to know. Next thing is to take the carburetor off. I was kind of hoping it would start right up, and the problem would be with that just the pressure outlet hose. And we need a light. And there should only be two screws holding that on, 3. They look like 8 mil now. We've gone metric. Okay, so, oh, that's fine. There we go, and we need the tools. I've been working on lawnmowers for a month and a half straight, so this is going to be a nice break. Okay, here we go. There we go. Didn't that sound better? The whole thing, I think, comes off. Is there one more? Yeah, there is one more holding it on. You can tell I'm not as familiar with these, eh? Right behind that switch there. Right there. And the Z bend. And then we'll have the carburetor out. The carburetor's not drinking. Okay, so now, is that it looks like an 8 to me. It's a 7. Just have a look inside here now. Oh, the gas is so old. It's not drinking the old gas, eh? Now, everything snaps on these, if I remember correctly. Yep. Good. Where did the needle go? Right there. And then this cartridge snaps out too. You need a small screwdriver. Like that. And now we can go to town. I am now taking the cartridge apart. Just because I want to. There we go. Something scungy came out of there real bad. Good. I don't even know where that came from. Nothing's easy, eh? Okay. There we go. Something black and gooey was in there. I just hope I can pop it back together now. I need to dip it in gas. Not that gas, that's dirty. Be right back. Okay. This gives us access to the emulsion tube, eh? Good. Dipping gas again. Now let's put it back together. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on this so it'll go together a little bit easier. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's put that into here. There's only one way for it to go. Well, I hope we got that on. I just inserted this. This plugs back in, but I hope we got that on film of the cartridge coming apart. That's kind of interesting. I've never taken it that far before. This time I'm going too far. Okay, float, needle, pin. I knew that was coming. Oh, and I dropped the rubber ring. And the needle. Okay. Good. Good. Can either snap in or push in, I know that. There we go. Good. I think we're there. Which way is the proper way? So it either goes on there. I think that's the way it goes on. I'll just do a quick pressure test on it when I'm done. One silver one and one black one. Isn't that something? Okay, I'm going to pressure test this. It's good. Did you guys get any of that? £10, it's holding 10. 10's good. Okay, I'm going to just reinstall this back on the machine and we'll see if we got a runner. Okay, that's the fuel we're using. We're not using. I'm going to just put that in my junk fuel jug. And I've got the carburetor on the machine. Okay. And let's see if it starts. We've got an on-off switch. Off, on. Pump, pump, pump. If it pumps and starts, we're going to take it outside and see if it actually pumps water. Let's try it. Not revving up. Oh, I hate that. Something's catching. I gotta take the carburetor off. Rats! Okay. Okay, I just put the carburetor back on the same way it came off, and let's give it a little test. Okay, this is a nice height right here because I can reach through the frame. Alright, so now we're going to take it outside and give it a real world water through the machine test and see if it actually compresses, or not compresses, you can't compress a liquid, if it pressurizes the liquid. But okay, here's the setup. The hose is coming in and the high pressure side's connected. That's the piece I fixed on the end. So when I come back, we'll turn the camera back on and see if she has pressure. I just got to go turn the hose on. Real live test number 1. Got no air filter, it's out drying in the sun. Here we go. I'm stunned. It's usually the pump that goes on these, eh? Anybody who's ever worked on them. And so now I'm just going to change the oil on it and get the clean air filter put into it. Okay, the oil's changed. I checked the plug. It was back. There can't be 10 hours on it. And on these ones, they're hard to get in, so I have an old small plug, 5/8, that I've shaved off the end on, and it just fits onto the end of the plug and comes out. So now we're just going to do demo number 2 to prove to you that we have liftoff. Might be a little harder to start because I put the filter in. Perfecto. Oh, that's nice. Did you guys know that these pumps only have about 100 hours of life in them? Not the engines, but the pump underneath. So that's pretty sweet when you can get one in and actually repair it. So 2 problems. Carburetor was plugged, old gas, 3 problems, and the end of the wand was plugged.